In this short video, we'll be discussing relative clauses with whose. These relative clauses are also called possessive adjectives clauses or possessive relative clauses. Before we start discussing these type of relative clauses, let's do a quick review of possessives. So you should already know that possessives show ownership. They're usually nouns. For example, the student's car is black. So we can tell from this word right here, students, student apostrophe s, and this word is followed by car, another noun, so this shows that the car belongs to the student. Same thing with the next sentence. Alex's car is silver. Who does the car belong to? Alex. The classroom's walls are painted gray. The walls are the walls of the classroom. So we say classroom apostrophe s. The walls belong to the classroom. The textbook's cover is black. The cover belongs to the textbook. The question's answer is difficult to understand. The answer is the questions. We also use possessive adjectives to show possession. So for example, we have his car is silver. The car belongs to him. Her iPhone is white. The iPhone belongs to her. And for things, we use its. Its cover is black. The cover belongs to it. Notice that the spelling is I-T-S, no apostrophe. If we use apostrophe here, we're actually saying it is. But this is not a contraction of it is. This is just the word its, the possessive adjective. So with relative clauses with whose, we use whose to connect a relative clause that shows possession. And whose is used for all nouns, even though it may seem like whose sounds like it's used only for people. We use whose for people, things, ideas, any type of noun. So for example, we have two sentences again. The author writes horror stories. Her book won the award. You see, we have the noun the author. We're going to describe this noun with this second sentence. And we see that her book, this her, is referring to the author. So if we combine these sentences, we get the author whose book won the award writes horror stories. She is the author. Many people buy her books. Again, we have author in the first sentence. We're going to describe that with the relative clause, which will be the second sentence. And again, we have her. The author and her are the same people. Combine the sentences and we get she is the author whose books many people buy. Here are two more examples. Okay, for the second example, we're going to combine these two sentences, but we're going to see how this works step by step. We have the teacher parks in the same place every day. Her car is blue. So again, we want to look for the noun that's the same in both sentences. We have the teacher, and then we have this possessive adjective here, her. Her refers to the teacher. And we have the noun car, so the car belongs to her. We're going to combine these two sentences. The second sentence will go into the first sentence right after the noun we want to describe. And we get the teacher, her car is blue, parks in the same place every day. Now we can't leave it like this. We need to change her into whose so that it's a relative clause. So the final sentence we get with the relative clause is the teacher whose car is blue parks in the same place every day. Here's another example. That is the musician. Everybody enjoys his music. We look for the noun that's the same in the first and second sentence. We see it's the musician, and the musician refers to his in this second sentence. The music belongs to his or the musician. So we combine these two sentences and we get that is a musician. Everybody enjoys his music. We can't leave it like this. We need to move his music to the front of the relative clause right after the noun we're trying to describe. So we get that is a musician whose music everybody enjoys. And we can see we have a complete sentence here, a complex sentence with a relative clause. That is the musician whose music everybody enjoys. So you try to do this relative clause with whose problem. We have the two sentences. The car belongs to the professor. Its rear bumper is damaged. And another example.